days are never ending, when the nights are feeling lonely. There's a place that I can go, where the birds are free to roam, in the sky, flying high, over fields of green. And where the stars inside the sky, we're the last ones shining bright, pushing through the storm tonight. We'll be burning on and on and on. We're the stars inside the sky, we're the last ones shining bright, pushing through the storm tonight. We'll be burning on and on and on.
Hello Leo, this is Inspire 2016 with your weekly tarot reading for the week commencing the 7th of February until the 14th of February 2022. The first card for you is representing, how do you feel about yourself? Your card is the Ace of Cups. This card can indicate the start of a new relationship, be it a friendship or a romance. This is one of those relationships where you feel happy and you are so pleased to have met someone with whom you can share a special connection. The water in the card reflects the flow of emotion, and thus the Ace of Cups suggests that positive emotion and energy will be created between two people in a way that leaves you feeling good about yourself and life in general. You need to experience the feeling of new love or of giving and receiving unconditional love. Give and accept love on a new level and open your heart to what is around you. Your loving ways will magnetize love to you. This card often means that love is the essence of the situation. It may or may not be romantic love. Look for ways in which you can begin to connect with others. Do you have someone to forgive? Or do you want to ask for forgiveness? Can you set aside your anger and find peace? Would you like to drop your reserve and let your feelings show? This is a peaceful time in your life, so use it and make peace with friends or yourself. The Ace of Cups is also about creative expression, particularly where there is an opportunity to allow your emotions to shine through. You are very open to experiencing your inner feelings and sharing them with others. You may be inspired to start a new creative project, take up an art class or two, or even engage in interpretative dance. You are at that point in your life where you feel comfortable with who you are and what you feel, and you are not afraid to express that part of yourself to others. You see new potential in allowing your creative juices to flow, and as such, you are open to new possibilities and stimulating your imagination to allow your talent to unfold. The second card for you is representing, what do you want most right now? Your card is the Five of Swords. What do you want most right now is to finalize the conflict in your life. However, you are still engaging in conflict or finding yourself disagreeing with others, leading to tension and hostility. Despite thinking you have won, you may still end up the loser because you have hurt or annoyed others and have subsequently isolated yourself. You try to pick up the pieces and act as if the conflict is now in the past, but others have now lost faith in you and do not want to be around you. This might be one of those times when it feels like everyone is against you and you may lose some friends along the way. You will need to make a decision about whether your point of view is so important to you that it is okay to put your relationship with others in jeopardy, or whether you can compromise and try to see eye to eye with others. If you have been aggressive in your struggles, then you will soon accomplish your objectives. However, if you have been passive, you may need to compromise on your personal interests, giving in to the wishes of the opposing force. You will feel that there are more obstacles ahead, and you will not want to face the ordeal you know you must if you are to have what you want or the way you want it. Overall, you are in for a struggle and there is more work or problems ahead than you are aware of now. Things will not go as well as they should. and you will have conflicts or clashes of will with others. Thus, the Five of Swords is a card representing ambition but in the negative sense. Too much ambition without regard to the consequences to yourself or others results ultimately in a situation of loss for everyone. You may be represented either by the callous winner or the dejected losers. In any case, there is a negative connotation. If your focus is solely on winning your goals at any cost, you will eventually discover to your own dismay that the price of winning may not have been worth the reward. Arrogance and pride often go hand in hand with a difficult triumph such as this, and you must be careful not to think you are invincible. You have overcome a challenge, and you have the right to feel proud, but know that there will be other rivals to face and that some of them will eventually defeat you. Boasting to others that you are invincible is an invitation for someone to prove you wrong. If your victory was won through cheating or unethical conduct, beware of an attempt at vengeance. The third card for you is representing your fears. Your card is the King of Swords. You are afraid of someone who misuses his mental power, authority, and drive. The King of Swords represents manipulation and persuasion in order to fulfill selfish needs. He is a very intelligent older male, or sometimes female, who likes to show off to others about how smart he is by using big words or talking about topics about which no one else knows. He may also be very cutting in his words, critical of others, and stern in his manner. This card may represent a person in your life or even yourself. You need to be wary of this type of person because, although he or she may be charming and intelligent, they can do only harm. They have only their personal interests in mind and will do whatever they can to achieve these interests, even if it means stepping on others. Similarly, the King of Swords can be quite a tyrant and a loose cannon. He is prone to aggression and angry outbursts, particularly if you make him look bad or challenge his authority. He is not pleasant to be around and is likely to leave you feeling demoralized and put down. The King of Swords can also reflect a lack of decisiveness about where your best opportunities lie or in what direction you want to head. You are still making up your mind about what you really want to do and what is going to inspire you. This lack of decision means a lack of direction at this time, so it is essential that you drive energy towards making a decision and then acting upon it. The longer you wait around until everything is 100% clear, the longer you delay your fulfillment. You may also be lacking the mental clarity to work out what it is that you need to do in your situation. Your thoughts are scattered and may be starting to feel quite panicky and out of control when it comes to knowing exactly what to do and what choices to make. All in all, this card indicates that you are feeling very lost and uncertain about your options, let alone the decisions you need to make. As a result, you are delaying necessary decisions and generally not achieving anything because you are getting so worried. The fourth card for you is representing what is going for you. Your card is the Nine of Swords. Your experience of the world is greatly influenced by our expectations, desires, and fears, and therefore you are largely the creator of your own world, and your attitudes determine how you experience that world. The Nine of Swords can also reflect fear of the future, or what may possibly happen in the future. If you allow yourself to be bound by fear of the future, you are at risk of eventually creating a negative reality for yourself by virtue of your expectations. Your nightmare becomes your self-fulfilling prophecy, which is clearly not a desirable outcome. Generally, this card is an indication that you are worrying excessively about a situation. You are literally being kept up at night because you are so anxious about a particular issue. It is possible you are working yourself up unnecessarily and, if you were to look at the situation more objectively, you may come to realize that it is not as bad as you are making it out to be. In fact, all that worry and despair is what is making it worse, so rather than fretting about it, do something to change it. The fifth card for you is representing what is going against you. Your card is the Nine of Cups. You are afraid that your wishes are not materializing as expected. Your expectations may be unrealistic, or you may not be actively pursuing your dreams, instead hoping that they will manifest with little input or action from you. On a more emotional level, the Nine of Cups typically indicates a wonderful feeling of satisfaction you get from knowing that everything has fallen into place and you have everything you could imagine. However, there is a sense that there is still something missing deep down, and the inner fulfillment you have been seeking is still not present. There may be disappointments due to imperfections and mistakes, smugness, overindulgence, greed, superficial or materialistic values, shallowness, gluttony, and excessive preoccupation with gratifying your own desires, oftentimes at the expense of the needs of others. Physically, the Nine of Cups can indicate ill fortune due to overindulgence in food, alcohol or drugs and the consequences that come with them. Be careful not to overdo the sensual pleasures and instead demonstrate some moderation in your indulgences. The Nine of Cups can suggest greed and a lack of concern for other people's needs in favor of your own. You may have an inadequate regard of how your behavior is impacting others, and are often found gloating or boasting about your successes while others are suffering. Be considerate, and even if you have something to rave about, think about the impact that may have on others. The last card for you is representing the likely outcome that you may have. Your card is the Four of Cups. You are dissatisfied with the status quo. You may be feeling disengaged, apathetic, or unmotivated. Life has become stale or flat and there is little that excites you anymore. To overcome this, the Four of Cups suggests a need to re-evaluate your situation and to look deep within your own psyche to find understanding and meaning. Turn your attention inward to find the truth for which you are searching. Avoid distractions and examine your heart and mind to gain clarity. There might be an offer has been presented to you, but you are holding off making any sort of decision or evaluation of that opportunity until you have had more time for reflection and consideration. Notice that while the man in this card has not accepted the offer being presented to him, he has not completely rejected it either. The cup will continue to be there and the decision to accept or reject it can be made at any point. For now, though, it is the time for contemplation, research and meditation. When all of the answers are in, and it feels right emotionally, then you can take action, but in the short term, you do not need to make an immediate choice. Last but not least, the guidance card for you is the Zadkiel. You're being told that you need to fill a gap in your life. Zadkiel symbolizes abundance, wisdom, and kindness. The abundance materializes in the form of wealth, happiness, or health. You have a lack of something in your life right now, and it is important to fill that void quickly. Zadkiel is also the angel of memory. It helps you remember and see things more clearly, so you should know what you need soon if you don't already. Don't be afraid of the future, yours is bright.
I hope that you enjoy everything, and if you like the reading, just please click subscribe and you will get instant notifications every time we publish a new video right to your YouTube. Thanks.